Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to take a look at the T14 and P-47 D-28 as part of the Cobra Request series. As per usual, there'll be the usual links in the description below, those being the TikTok and the Patreon page, and of course the Discord link as well. And special shout out to my Patreon members Boss Nass and Ramranch for supporting the channel via Patreon. Sorry if I sound a little bit rough and a bit slower than normal. I think I've got the new Wu Flu variant. If you know, you know. I've been feeling a bit under the weather the last couple of days. Bad chest, bad throat. So, yeah. Originally, I was going to try and get these videos done the previous week, but I hadn't had a chance. And the Pokemon channel's been eating a lot of my time recently. But, yeah, sorry if I sound a little bit under the weather. But for once, we have a nice, well, I say a nice, this is a semi-nice combo from Ramranch. Obviously, the T14 is an alright tank, but not when you're upturning it to 5.0, where we can potentially meet 6.0 tanks. Obviously, the T14 is quite a bit of, you know, it's got good armor in most places. Obviously, the turret front's quite easy to manipulate and everything. But overall, it's just a chunky, less armored jumbo, and it isn't very good at being a heavy tank, in my personal opinion. It's one of those tanks, like, at least the Excelsior has raw thickness, and obviously you can angle it like so, because its armor's flat. This thing, you can angle it, but it has more weak spots, and obviously not a lot of guns can struggle to, well, not a lot of guns struggle to deal with this. And that's the main thing, because it obviously weighs a lot more than a standard Sherman. It's still got the same 500 horsepower engine, still got the same gun, and it's not, I mean, it's mobile, but it's not as mobile as a regular Sherman, which obviously lets it down. Obviously the machine gun, that's in the hull, but this doesn't actually work, but this can potentially eat a shot. The actual hull itself is actually pretty trollish. You do have several blocks of armor protecting this area, so you do at least have a semi-less, shall we say, weak spot. It's not really a weak spot in my personal opinion, because not a lot of the time you're going to penetrate here. But the entire turret front, as you can see, is pretty vulnerable to attack. It's very weak, and if you saw in the Chinese M41A3 video, I do capitalize on this. But of course, we do have the P-47 D-28, which obviously, I'd prefer the D25 because then I'm not being up tier to 6.0 games. But we do at least have some good payloads. I've already prepared one down here. This is when this is the more less heavy payload. Like, yeah, you have only 500 pandas under the wings, but you still get 10 HVAR. Well, you still get 8 HVARs plus 6 bazooka rockets. I mean, what is there not to love? I mean, you can take standard HVARs if you want, but I wanted more CAS options, technically speaking. So that's why we're bringing the bazookas instead of 10 HVARs. But in theory, we could take out a lot of vehicles with this plane, but obviously at 6.0, we're going to meet some very dangerous AAs, and we're going to have to be very mindful of that. And obviously anti-CAS options are a thing, so we're going to have to deal with enemy fighters as well, which this thing can, but it does need time to set up against that. But yeah, let's see how a poorly Joe does in a tank that's been up-tiered slightly, and knowing my luck, we'll get a max up tier. Let's get into a game, see how we do. And welcome to the match. Unfortunately, we are in a 6.0 game. Yeah, this is the one I was dreading, that's for sure. Fingers crossed we should be okay, but well, this thing doesn't exactly have great turret armor, so that's my main worry. And PT-76 just took out our teammate in the Leopard, which is one of our few 6-0s at the minute. So I think my strategy is just going to be, can I hold a part of the town? I think that's going to be my strategy. Oh, and forgot to say, we are on Poland on the winter version. Why are you trying to ram me? Teammate, I can't go any faster. Anyway, other than this twat being up my arse, this is not a bad tank for this sort of environment, like CQC. Have a quick look. Yep, You know, if you want to go past me, then, you dig. Jeez. Because I can hear something which you can't. Yeah, you go first. Go on. Hope he gets shot first. I can definitely hear something. Yeah, I just heard something to the left. There. Got him. KV-85. Surprise up penetrated. Let's move across, because there is something firing from the left. I did hear it shooting. Oh, that's the Volkswagen Tiger. Okay. Ready APCR. I'm going to try and get around it. Hold on. How did that only kill the engine? You know what? Never question the snail. Let's see if I can get around it. I can. Excellent. There's a T-34 just casually driving on the snow there. I don't know what his plan is, but we at least got him there. There's that PT-76 there, which we disabled the engine on somehow. There's snipers up on the ridge, which we need to be careful of. There's a Waffenträger there. Load high explosive. Just a gunner, I'll take it. A little bit more to the front. Okay, never mind. He's dead. Good. This PT's got me very worried, because obviously that thing has heat FS. I'm going to reverse up, and I'm just going to make him come to me. Mark it with machine gun fire. There's a T-34 there. That was a lucky shot. I didn't even aim that properly. Yep, we're taking fire. Reverse. Angle the armor. That's the only thing we've got with us right now. See, this thing can bounce shots, but it's not guaranteed to. Too slow, son. Too slow. And a machine gun ate that one. I don't see the target that's firing on us. I can't quite see it. Oh wait, I think I see it. It's just near the castle. Don't know if anyone else can. It's that little thing moving near the castle. Angle the armor. Let's move forward. Nope, it's not that. That thing just went straight through us, whatever it was. That's an ASU. I don't know what is shooting at us. It's there. I can see it. Might be that Waffenträger's respawned. Got him. Angle. See, this thing can eat shots, but I suspect that is a Waffenträger. We're now in a really bad position, so let's smoke up. I always forget this thing has smoke. And I'm going to reverse side scrape as we get out of here. Yak 9K is down as well, so that's good. How the hell did he shoot through me? Oh, he went through the lower glacis part. Fair enough. I'm surprised that thing had the punch to go through me at range, but... well, Russian bias, what can I say? The Yak 9K that I was concerned about in the kill feed is dead, so we might as well bring the plane now. That went pretty smoothly, I think, for a 6-0 match, but unfortunately, my team is dead. Why am I not surprised? I mean, you're making the one who's poorly do all the bloody work. Like, come on. I'm not 100%, okay? Oh, hold on. Is that Way in the P-51? I think he's a bit blind. Well, I can't deal with him now, because I'm a bit ladened. I mean, I could maybe get a shot, but it's not going to be easy with all this bomb load on. Plus the rockets. Way's not paying attention, so that's good. Okay, he's dead. That's good. I can go for this guy. Bomb out. Thank you. That's one down. Obviously, this thing drops singles as well, so that's further beneficial to me. I'm going to try a spot of predictive bombing. And that was working like a charm. See, even when poorly, Joe knows his shit. Unfortunately. I always play better when I'm poorly. I don't know why. It's not my body goes into a defensive stance sort of thing. Like, I just play better because my brain's more focused. I don't get it. Is that friendly out here? Yeah. There's quite a few anti-aircraft assault, but that's why we have the rockets. Typhoon, I need you to distract him for a brief moment. I might be able to rocket some of them. Yeah, look, there's an AA up there. That might be an Oswin 2. Need to be very careful of that thing. I'm going to go for a high-risk bomb run on this tank over here. More predictive bombing. Did that bomb even drop or what? Yeah, it did. Okay. Sure, maybe I just missed by a country mile, but I don't think I did. Alright, let's swing it back round because there is a Jackson there. We can rocket that. Is he seriously shooting at me with his tank? How is that not killing him? The splash damage should be. Okay, now that should have definitely killed that T-34, but apparently not. Alright, well we can spawn the tank again, so it's not the end of the world. Let's get to it. Most of our team is in AAs for some bloody reason. Bear in mind, the enemy team doesn't even have any planes up. Well, now they do. There's one there, but... this is just how teams are in US Ground Forces, I'm afraid. Is that friendly? Well, I know you're not. You're a Yak 9K. Come on, team. I'm not the AA here. You guys are. Nice, M36 is down. Let's get moving. Like I said, we can't really rely on our armor because apparently Russian bullshitium is in effect today. Okay, he's being dealt with. Good. I know there's an enemy AA somewhere. That's a 335. Kinda hoping the team deals with that, because that thing could shred me. Okay, that's friendly. Swing the armor around. I've only got my 30 cal, 50 cals on reload. A couple of hits, I'll take it. And I'll also take that, thank you very much. Alright, we've got a lot of work to do. Oh, that's enemy? I thought that was friendly. Hold on. Fuel tank, loading HE. Never mind, back to AP. Yeah, you can sod off. Another plane incoming. That's a Yak 9. Right, I'm worried about snipers on the ridge, so I need to angle my armor this way. I don't see any snipers up there, but my team's kind of dead. So, yeah, this is not looking good for us. We have enough spawn points for another plane, so it's not the end of the world. There's something up there. Stop the tank. I'm going to say it's about a kilometer from this position. Is he still moving? Yes, he is. That was pretty close. That's is that a Hong Kong T-34? Let's load HE. Well, prepare a HE round, I should say. A little bit too low. Oh, he's there now. Okay. Yeah, he's moving at high speed. Another plane incoming. Okay. I only bring 2 HE nowadays. I used to bring 5, but I'd rather have the extra space for other things. A little bit too low. It's about a kilometer, as I say. Got the breaches, but that doesn't really help. Okay, never mind. Let's get moving. We need to try and push this enemy team back, because most of our team's already dead. Typhoon tried to get a bomb drop in there, but has now cost himself his life. Let's see if we can make a push into the town using my armor, because we've seen that the armor can at least do something in this BR. Obviously, Russian tanks are clearly on a good day today, so we need to be careful of that. Oswin 2 just took out my teammate. That's concerning, but that thing can't harm me, so I'm not going to worry too much. I'm worried about these Russian tanks. Because again, Russian bullshitium appears to be in full effect. But yeah, this tank's actually been doing pretty dang well. Like, I'm pretty impressed with it. I used to say this thing sucks in an up tier, and it does, but clearly not as much as I thought. Okay, we're clear there. Enemy AAs are attacking our spawn, so I need to head back there. I'm going to smoke up to cover my arse. And there's a KV-85 around there as well, so I need to head back. I can't go to B. I'll let the team deal with that. I will go to our capture point and defend it. Where's the KV? There's the KV. You're first, son. You're gonna need a bigger gun, my friend. That bug's been patched, my boy. Alright, where's that Fong Kong gone? That's what I want to know, because that thing can harm us. Is he up near the windmill still? No, clearly he's not a fan of the gorillas. Right. That ping has just got me concerned. Okay, Fong Kong's down, let's recap the point. This has been going pretty smoothly so far. Let's get in that cap. KV's down, so that's the important tank dealt with. Let's get the cap and then we can head towards... Ah? Yestermark just died to a truck? Hold on, I hear something. Well, it's definitely enemy. It's 335. It's dead. Good. Yeah, this has gone pretty smoothly so far. Whoa, where's that from? Oh, he's up there, is he? Okay. Let me swing the armor around. Not like it's gonna matter against Russian bullshitium, but you know, it's worth the effort. That Tiger P player's back, so that's gonna be a frustrating tank. I mean, as we saw earlier, we can kill it. It's just gonna be tricky. There's definitely more than one on this flank. I can hear that. Oh, it's the truck. He's dealt with. I don't actually think they're here. No, they're not. I think I know exactly where they are. What's that? Hold on. There's a heavy tank back there? Oh, there, look. It's another KV-85. Swing it round. Of course, you hit the drive wheel, it does no damage. Got him, he's down. There's that other tank over there. Clearly, they're just rushing our spawn now, so I need to head over there and deal with that. After I deal with this tank, I will... What's that? That's a Yak 9, I can deal with that in the plane. I'll jump back in the plane, because it's going to be just a T14 video mostly at this rate. I'm going to head to deal with this guy, because obviously he is targeting our spawn, and then I will jump back in the plane. Let's see what I can do about him. Like I say, after this, I will jump in the plane, because we've been in the tank a bit too much. But to be fair, there was a lot of AAs up. That Yak 9's not a concern for me, I can deal with that in the plane. Let's see how he reacts to a T14 bum rushing him. Yeah, he knows I'm here, so that's fine. Okay, aircraft's come for me now. Angle, angle. Of course, he gets my entire turret crew and my gearbox. Yes, Gaijin, you really needed to buff that plane to the point where it's broken. I don't have a gearbox, I don't have a turret drive, and I don't have most of my turret crew. Perfectly balanced. Perfectly balanced. And Gaijin thinks that thing is balanced. It's just not, Gaijin. Nerf the shit out of that thing, please. Alright, let's at least try and do something in the Thunderbolt. That is ridiculous though, like, I get CAS is a thing, but like, come on, you don't need to give Russia the best CAS options at every BR, every chance you get. It doesn't help that our one AA isn't actually shooting at them. But I'll see what I can do in the plane, because obviously it is going to be pretty tricky. 2 Yaks is not easy for a P-47 to deal with on a good day. Let alone when fully laden with bombs. Got a Severe, that'll do. They're probably going to come towards me now. Of course, the severe damage does absolutely nothing, because of course it doesn't. Oh, now our AA is shooting at him. Alright. I'm going to try and stay low. I don't think the severe actually did anything. Okay, it did. Good. Let's swing the plane back around. Although I suspect some revenge killing is about to happen. And before anyone says, Joe, you just did that? No, I shot at the Ac-9P, not the K. They're 2 entirely different aircraft. Alright, let's see if we can spot that Tiger. The team's not pinging. Okay, well that's fine. I do see something on that ridge, hold on. Yeah, there's a T-34 there. The one that we couldn't kill, right there. Yeah, you ain't going anywhere, son. That's why I bring the H-VARs. Nice try. Okay, any enemy planes up? I don't see anything now. Okay, I do. He's coming straight for me, of course he is. Right. Light the loads. Let's turn in. Your aim is dog shit. Okay, AA up, AA up. Move. 2 AAs. Get low. I can't provide CAS for those things around. I don't know if that Tiger's still alive, and obviously I had to get rid of my ordnance. I do see something in the low ground. I think that's the Tiger. Yeah, Tiger's down. Sick. Okay. There's not a lot I can do in the plane right now, because, yeah, those AAs will butcher me if I get close. But I can mark them for the team, so I know exactly where they are. They're there. I can just change it to the tank map thingy-mabob, but it's not... It's more inconvenient, is all I'll say. So, let's head to that enemy plane spawn and see if we can deal with it. That's the German player. The German tank player is what I'm on about. Obviously, we still have the M8 bazooka rockets dragging us down. Or the pods for him, anyway. If he's smart, he'll take it in the vertical. No, he's just running straight to his AAs. Of course he is. I could maybe take out the BTR here. No, they're shooting through the trees. Of course they are. Get low. I took out the gunner on the BTR somehow. It's a K. Okay, that's going to be a problem. Stay low. They can't hit us if we stay low. And the K's lost all situational awareness. Why are you shooting now? That was my bad shooting, but why are you shooting now? He also turns tighter than us, so we have to consider that. Of course, 50 cals just bouncing off. Watch the trees, there we go. And the buildings. Oh. What the hell? Okay, that was the BTR. I thought, because of the sound, that's what confused me. It sounded like 50 cal fire was hitting me, but no, that was 14.5. Alright, I'm going to RTB. I'll probably just let the J up because the team's got this under control. I'll see you back at the hangar. And welcome back to the hangar. I just sat on the runway. It was only a minute left, and well, it's just easier to sit on the runway than you get the full screen. Hopefully, we don't get any talismans or anything like that. An Avenger order, I would definitely take that. Very useful, and we even got my daily done. Good chunk towards my M55 howitzer as well. Yeah, that actually went way better than I thought. I mean, the armor definitely did soak up some hits. Obviously, this lower part, I didn't expect it to eat around from a T-34-85. But, yeah, I think it did pretty swimmingly. Obviously, the Thunderbolt also got to put in a bit of work. Just a shame the HVARs didn't do the splash damage, because you can kill open tops like an M36 with the splash damage. They don't even have to land too near them. But apparently today, China, because that was the one that killed us, the Chinese M36, apparently he was probably blasting the Chinese national anthem at full volume, and that's probably why he survived the rocket barrage. But yeah, the Thunderbolt did well, the T14 did well. Can't complain at it, it did very well, and to be honest, yeah, pretty impressed with how this combo went. Anyway, I'm going to leave it all to it for today. Really hope you enjoyed seeing the T14 and the P-47 D-28, and I'll see you next time.